Let's start with the development block. Closed test. Whoa, what the hell is that? That is, well, it's kind of unique. I don't know if I like it or not. It looks a bit toy-esque. It kind of looks like a training ship with these colors. Closed test 15.0, early access to European battleships, fighters update and more. So 15.0 is the first update of 2026, so it's arriving in January. January next year. Early access, sure. It's gonna be the same shit. I hate early access, man. I just hate it. I hate that it became the standard, but it makes them so much money, so they just keep doing it. But like, in the past, this game used to actually release full tech trees. Now it's all early access for like three months. It's sad, but what can you do? Yeah. Good concealment, good mobility, engine boost. Oh yeah, they had the time-based thing. Surveillance radar. The radar is so good though. It's weird that they got such a good radar. When you look at like Missouri and Salem radars and shit, and then you look at this radar, fucking 10-kilometer radar that lasts 30 seconds. It's insanely good. It's literally Des Moines radar. Okay. Borekulla permanent camo. The Mora Stenar. Mora Stenar? Weird sound. Gullmarn. Okay. Det här är Borekulla. I mean, I think the colors are good, but the ship just looks so wonky. The turrets just look so out of place on the hull. It's like they wanted the smallest possible hull with the biggest possible guns. And it just looks kind of comical. Gustav den Stora. I mean, at least his colors are unique. They're not like one color scheme or something. But they're not detailed at all, though. Like, usually these early access camos, they would have like, well, if you look at many of the other lines, their early access camos look like incredible compared to the line itself. But nowadays they're all like just painted on. Like, okay, let me show you an example. Let me show, like, let me show you like an example. Well, we can take Vermont. The early access camo for these ships looked like this. Like completely unique model on top of like the unique colors and schemes. We have the, did we have the Elming one? I'm not sure if we have that, but we have the Marseille one, for example. Like, look at that. Like, look at the detail, the uniqueness involved in that. Like the level of detail on the turrets and stuff. So like, Rome, what does a premium ship have to do with early access camos? But yeah, anyway, like the early access camos used to be, well, they used to be have a lot of effort put into them. With in terms of, it wasn't just a painter, it had like a unique physical model, which I really enjoyed. But now it's just like, now it's just it's paint. It's a different it's a different paint. That's basically it. It's just different paint. I like, that's not, don't get me wrong, I like that these colors are at least pretty unique, but this is a pretty far cry from the unique models. It's ultimately just a paint. That's it. So it's pretty far from what we're used to. Yeah, it's a recolor instead of being a unique model. I understand it saves a lot of time, it saves a lot of effort, and if you don't really have much of an art department, it's much easier. But it does come across as lazy because the costs are still the same, if not more expensive, but the quality has clearly gone down. Fighters update. As part of the process, starting from update 15.0, fighters will no longer be able to spot enemy ships on their own. God bless. At the same time, we're reworking fighter squadrons to enhance their tactical capabilities and improve their defensive effectiveness. This ship will apply to ship-based fighters as well as patrol fighters. Bro, I think they actually got triggered. There was recently a thread. There was recently a thread on Reddit about people complaining about the fighters, and I responded to it with an old meme. And the funny thing is, like, there was just recently this thread. There was just recently. What do you think this? What do you think the worst consumable is of all time, and why is it the fighter planes? And I responded to this one, and that's when I realized, you know how long fighter planes have been completely useless? Over 5 years. It's actually crazy. Fighter planes have been a complete joke. Because I dug up this meme. This is a classic meme. This meme is 5 years old. 5 years ago. The catapult fighter meme, man. It's a classic. Look at this one. It's a classic, man. It's... Even with the old fighter icon back then. And I mean, it's a fucking classic meme. Fighter doing absolutely nothing while the bomber is wrecking the cruiser. It's a fucking ancient meme, but it's still fucking funny. And the crazy part is, 5 years ago, and it's still completely relevant. So Wargaming has been perfectly fine with having this fighter consumable be complete dog shit for 5 years straight. It's fucking crazy, honestly. Yeah, the rework was in 2019, but they didn't instantly make fighters bad. They didn't instantly make them bad. It was a step-by-step process when they nerfed all the AA. Because when the CV rework first came out, AA was a lot better and fighters were a lot better. But then they step-by-step nerfed all the counter tools, and making the fighters more sluggish was part of this change. They also removed mid-range AA, and they just removed AA modules, and they nerfed AA skills, and like they nerfed it all. But fighters at the rework weren't this bad. They intentionally made them bad, so CVs could be more brain damaged. So it's kind of interesting that it's been half a decade. They've been perfectly fine with this consumable being dog shit. Remember when AA mod gave 1 flag? Remember when the... No, you mean the 500k upgrade? That used to give 2 flag. And at first it gave you... At first it gave you range, then they nerfed it to give you 2 flag, and then they nerfed it into the current state, if you mean the 500k upgrade. But yeah. Making fighters more useful again? God bless. You will now be able to attack both H and ASW airstrikes more efficiently. Fighters will attack them almost immediately after an airstrike enters their patrol area. Okay, interesting. Fighters can attack multiple airstrikes before leaving the battlefield, but only one squadron at a time. Okay, this means that fighters can attack enemy airstrike squadron and deal a certain amount of damage, then return to attack. Okay, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Why are they disengaging? But whatever. Note that fighters can sequentially attack several different airstrikes, but they can only engage other types of squadrons only once before leaving the battle. Although fighters can deal significant damage to airstrike, they will have certain limits, namely fighters will not be able to destroy an airstrike or an ASW airstrike completely. Interesting. Isn't the ASW airstrike one plane? Isn't it one plane? So they won't actually do much to ASW then. Interesting. Distinguished service. Okay. Okay, marks of excellence. Are they finally adding them? Distinguished service. Qualifying battles. Average base XP. Your grade with a specific ship is based on your average base XP over a number of past battles. If your average meets or exceeds the milestone, you'll earn a Distinguished Service Award. There will be a separate Distinguished Service Award depending on whether you're playing alone or in a division. Okay, that's good. 3 grades. So that's pretty good. But where do these show? I like this. And this is Division, this is Solo. But like you will be able to see your Distinguished Service Award in your profile and on the post-battle results screen. Okay, so will other players see it as well? Because that's literally the whole point, flexing for other players. Oh. Unique Commonwealth Commander. I don't remember how broken. Why does he look so weird? He's got this weird smile on his face. I wonder if will other players be able to see it? That's what I'm most interested in. It doesn't really show. You will be able to see the post Distinguished Service Award in your profile and on the post battle results screen. So I don't think anyone else can see it. That's kind of sad. Isn't that like kind of the point? You want to flex? That seems a bit sad. Isn't the point of that kind of flex? It's like the E? Yeah, I think it's going to be like the E. Which honestly matters very little. Okay. 60 elements you can earn through standard and premium containers. Okay. Premium ones has 2 of those, including 13 rare economic blue boosters. Fair enough. I mean, ideally you get that. You might also get this. That's a sad amount of free XP. New leaderboards. Okay. Multiple smaller leaderboards. With 4 separate leaders, 1 for each update. Players will do it in small groups and will compete against other group players in group, depending on each leaderboard. Okay. Once you play your first button, you will automatically assign to an active leaderboard. Leaderboard ranking will be determined by cumulative base XP earned. Cumulative base XP! So, just play a fuck ton? You will be placed with players who have shown a similar level of activity. So if you play a fuck ton, you get placed with other who play a fuck ton, and then you're all like, no one is special? What? You will receive rewards based on your final position. Okay, how can I intentionally tank my XP so I get placed into some shit leaderboard, and then after I'm placed there, I actually start playing, so I'm number 1. This seems really demented. Alternative scenarios for asymmetric battles. You can't? But like, just playing a lot gives you top spot. That seems demented. It's like ranked. Just play a lot, then you end up in gold. Okay. Alternative balance. So what, buffed bots? Salvage for victory, Surkov. Oh, that's funny. I mean, I'm not sad at all that it's salvage for victory, because that means not as many people will have this toxic piece of shit. Fucking sub with Des Moines guns or some shit. Sub with 203s. I'm glad they make it salvage for victory. Fucking milk those submarine whales, man. Make sure you get hundreds of euros out of those submains. Like, fucking make them pay 500 euros to get the Surkov. I'm perfectly fine with this. You can honestly, if you ask me, Surkov can cost 2,000 euros. I'm perfectly fine with this. You get some retards paying for it. Nice. We fund the servers, and on the upside, we get to see less of these pieces of shit in randoms. I'm very satisfied with this. Make it as expensive as you can, please. As expensive as you can. Okay, in exchange for free resources, coal, rare economic bonus, and unique. Wait, so you're trading your coal, your blue and red boosters. What the fuck? Wild. Wild. You'll be able to exchange steel into coal. Lamau. This is such bait. This is such bait. People want them to spend the steel to use for coal for this shit. I mean, honestly, just take all the resources from the submarines. I'm fine with it. Do whatever you want, man. Okay. Clan Battle Tooltip is getting an update. It's clearer information about ship restrictions. Funny. Prepare new content. What the fuck is that? Frog-fueled collaboration with Martin Sitterpants? Really? What? What the fuck? Really him? That's such a weird collab. That's such a weird fucking collab. It's pretty fun to watch, but he's like the definition of ADHD, and I'm not sure what exactly he's got in common with World of Warships. Interesting. Fair enough. Let's check out probably the more interesting development blog. The spicier development blog, no doubt. New ships 15.0. Bro, we already have so many ships. Okay, in today's development blog, we'll be showcasing 3 new premium ships, including one you can visit today as a museum. Okay. Italian cruiser Fiume. Tier 7. Zara class, okay. Okay. Will not share our Italian signature of access to SAP. What the fuck? Improved reload. Burst fire with improved accuracy and pen. Okay. No torps. No SAP, no torps. Exhaust smoke, typical. Shorter than Zara. Huh? Or spotter. Wait, what? Is that it? The DPM better be insane considering how much you're giving up. HE and AP, no SAP. 16 millimeters, 36. Oh, it's not pretty squishy. No torp belt. 12.1 reload. That doesn't seem very good. That seems standard. That seems standard. Burst. You get, okay, good. Giga dispersion. Giga pen. 60%, so what, you go past 50? Interval between individual shots, 1.5. Two bursts, so you just shoot twice? So that's a significantly worse DPM. Significantly worse DPM. You lose Giga DPM using this swing. In return for accuracy. Standard ASW, dogshit AA. 32. What? Concealment isn't great either. Speed is pretty bad. What am I missing here? This is the freest ship I've ever seen. This is the freest ship I've ever seen. This ship is guaranteed going to be given out for free in some dockyard or battle pass or something. Like this is the freest ship I've ever seen. It's so fucking underwhelming. It's most likely dockyard. Tier 7, this is tier 7 dockyard ship. This is probably it. This is probably it. Completely forgettable. I don't know why I'd play this thing over Gorizia or why I play it over Zara. extremely forgettable. It gets no Hydro either. Gorilla, at least, Gorizia has the Hydro combo, so you can smoke on Hydro and gas DDs. Zera has the Sap. This thing doesn't really have much. Like, it really doesn't have anything. Very forgettable. Slap outnumbered for Giga Dispersion? Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna matter much with the reload being fucking 12-1. Very forgettable. British Cruiser Aberdeen. Okay. Let's see. Looks like a standard Belfast Edinburgh. Okay. High rate of fire by her more modern twin automatic 152s. 152s, okay. Same mounts as Mino. Improved pen angles and fuse, okay. Good concealment. So it's a better Neptune, basically. When it comes to consumable, short burst smoke. Sure, that's good. So, smoke radar. Oh boy. Standard yield only, but smoke radar. Oof. Okay, let's see what I have. 39.2. 3.6 second 16 cam range. Wait, huh? Good damage. Range leaves much to be desired. Her range leaves much to be desired. Bro, we're at the point where 60-kilometer range on a smoke light cruiser is considered bad range. What the fuck? Since when? It's miniguns as well. Thank you, Sir Pfeffer. Torpedoes 2x3. Oh, only 2x3. That's very limited, actually. 7th game airstrike. How's the AA? Does it get any? 6.9 range, 5 flak. It's pretty okay. The DP continuous aura is not great, but 6.9 flak radius is pretty nice. The flak seems decent as well. It's slow. Oh, it's got Valparaiso rudder shift. Light cruiser at tier 9 has the same rudder shift as Wargaming's premium battleship. Good one. Good one. 9.6 rudder. Thank you, Sir Pfeffer. Detectability range 11. 11.6. 9.4. 5.7 smoke penalty. 5.7 smoke penalty. Wait, what did Neptune have? Yeah, it had 6.6 for some reason. Neptune has 6.6 concealed for some reason. Neptune has 6.6 smoke front penalty. And I think Minotaur had 5.5. Yet, somehow this thing with the same caliber guns has 5.7? Fuck me, that's so much better than Neptune. Standard DCP, standard heal. 10. Oh, no. What the fuck? That's insane. That's so good. That's so good. What the fuck? 40-second 10 km radar with 9.4 conceal. Holy shit. That's so cursed. That's so fucking cursed. That's insane. 40-second fucking stock. How much did the radar module give? Was it 20%? Or was it 40%? Wait, how much fucking was it? 20%. Yeah, yeah. So you got 48 second. 48 second? Yeah, it's the same. It's the same as Neptune as Mina, but I mean, you could run this as well if you wanted, but I think that's probably overkill. So just with the module, 48-second radar on a 9.4 conceal. God, that's fucking toxic to deal with. Holy shit. Oh, and it has Hydra as well. So it's radar, hydro, smoke, heal. Fucking every consumable. 5 cam hydra as well. So this thing has every form of cruiser utility except defensive AA. Interesting. Ish. Yeah, that's pretty fucking demented for destroyers, as always. Not super ill, no, but I mean, much better smoke fire penalty, handles better than Neptune. Or how much better did it actually handle than Neptune? 739.6. This is rudder mod. What is it without rudder mod? 10.8. So it's 1.2 seconds faster rudder and a tighter turning circle. And better smoke firing penalty. 33.5 speed. Oops. What was it this thing at? Okay, it's 1 knot slower. Wait. Oh, Neptune has ship-based ASW as well. This thing has airstrike. This thing is like this is literally the fucking Neptune of 2025. It's a much better hull as well because it's Edinburgh hull. It's Edinburgh hull, so it's a much better hull. Like because Neptune has this dog shit, where the exposed citadel you can get sit here and then you can get sit here. It's like one of the worst hulls in the fucking game. But this thing is gonna have Edinburgh hull, isn't it? And Edinburgh's hull is so much nicer, man. Yeah, it's this one. It's so much nicer because this isn't actually Citadel on Edinburgh hull. On Edinburgh hull, the Citadel is much lower in the water, and it's only this part. Aye. Edinburgh has ship-based? No. Yeah, I mean, yes, Edinburgh has ship as well. The entire line has ship-based, but for some reason that thing has airstrikes. So it's literally just... it's literally Neptune of 2025. It's better in every way. Better in every fucking way. Smoke firing penalty is like 800 meters better, which is really important. Concealment is 9.4, which is better than Neptune's. 10 km radar it gets anyway. It has the short burst smoke, which is super useful. Much better hull. Like, aye. Holy fuck, it's so much better. The maneuverability is better. ASW is better. God damn, it's so much better. It's so much better. God damn. Dutch Submarine Tonje. Dutch Submarine. It's weird that they keep adding so many. Have you noticed how much they're adding like Dutch, Pan-American and Pan-European ships lately? Which is very strange because like, okay, Pan-American, Pan-European and Dutch ships. These were not relevant ships of World War II. In fact, like, they didn't really have much of ships. Yet they keep shoving them in. Like, I understand that the UK ship at least makes some sense. But like, where's the more Japanese and more Americans instead of like these fucking fantasy nations all the time? The last four of the Dolphin-class submarine, built in the Netherlands after the Second World War, of course. Okay. 3 separate pressure hulls, allowing them to dive deeper with greater stability. Tonyan herself was decommissioned 91! Bro, what the fuck? While subs usually strike from below, Tonyan can also strike from... Bob. Tonyan will have access to airstrike. Oh my god, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That is so. Oh my god, that is. Bro, that is so dumb. Tromp wasn't toxic enough. This is gonna be like a superb Tromp. Because Tromp at least has the downside of you can get caught. But this thing, no. You just die. Holy fuck. Similar to the surface dwelling Utrecht. They had a shorter range, 8 kilometers. Oh no. An extended reload between deploying both strikes. Also, they can only be deployed when the submarine is on the surface, making their use somewhat dangerous when engaging battle. Bro, every other ship has to deploy them from the surface. And Trump has no smoke, and it's slow as shit. So smoke, like Trump, but Trump is toxic as shit already. This thing is going to be even more toxic. Holy shit. A Trump sub. A short range until they buff it. Yeah, I mean, as always, it's gonna be like Aki, and it's gonna be like Seal, aka Selkie. I'm probably gonna get buffed like fucking crazy. Please note that due to a technical issue, it was possible to launch a Airstrike from Periscope depth during the first stage of testing. This issue will be fixed in 6. Oh my god, they're literally jumping through hoops to fix this coding. But they won't jump through hoops to fix all the other coding issues. Oh my god. So, like, he pings you, and if you DCP the ping to avoid the homing subs, then he airstrikes you because you don't have a ping, so he gets permafires. This is the most toxic thing I've ever imagined. Like, I couldn't even imagine anything this toxic. I couldn't even imagine anything this toxic. Holy shit. Their torpedo armament is fairly conventional. Oh, the sub entered service 1966. What the fuck? What the fuck? We're literally getting a sub that entered service 3 years before man landed on the moon, fighting World War I depth charges. What the fuck? Torpedo times with a shorter range and lower damage. You'll have 4 torpedoes before and aft, meaning she can launch only a limited number of one direction at a time. But has equal firepower regardless of which way you're pointing the hull. God bless. So just as toxic pushing in as kiting. Submarine surveillance, says the German, enhanced rudder. Good battery and underwater speed. Yeah. She suffers from a low number of hit points, meaning you will not survive much in the way of return fire. We'll see about that. It of course has the built-in French saturation as all subs do. Airstrikes, man. Oh, this is so horrendous. This is such a horrendous concept. This is such a horrendous concept. Having Shimakaze health pool is considered very risky. Low number of hit points. Shimakaze health pool. Except this Shimakaze has French saturation and it can dive to avoid radar's hydros. Jesus. Holy fuck. That's crazy. So 8-second reload time. Yeah. 78 knot torps, 10 km range. Wait, wasn't this supposed to be some limited shit? Wasn't it supposed to be? Shorter range and lower damage. Bro, 10 km homing torps that do 78 knots is now considered short range. Holy fuck. They're so fucking fast once again. Ugh. Oh, never mind. It has alternate torps as well. That do 12 km range. So just dumbfire torps? Bro, the 12 km is bad range on this sun. Oh my god. More HP than U4501 and Thresher? Yeah, it is. I mean, the power creep is just so obscene in this game these days. Dive capacity 310 units, so 310 seconds. What is that? That's over 5 minutes. Isn't it? That's over 5 minutes. Am I missing something? 5 minutes, right? So if this thing gets If this thing gets fucking spotted, he can go disappear for 5 minutes if he wants. What the fuck? Airstrike range, 8 kilometers. Reload, 110 seconds. Available flights. A number of aircraft on flight 7. Bombs in payload 5. So what, 35 bombs? So is it... Wait, what is Utrecht's bomb drop right now? Hmm. 6.9k? 7. So it's literally copy-paste Utrecht. 36, 41. 37. Yeah, but this is with it's basically Utrecht airstrikes. Holy shit. When you reveal 25 knots, turning sort of 430, rudder 6.4, nice. Underwater 227 knots. Who's in diamond sand? Okay. So wait, detectability range 5.8. So it's like still got Tromp concealment. Tromp concealment. And of course 2.1 air detect, so that's much better than Tromp. Faster underwater, yeah, it's classic. Fuck me. It's like a Tromp that you can't ever catch. A Tromp that's immune to plane spotting and radars. Anything bad comes its way, it can just dip underwater for ages. DCP, standard. 8 km hydrophone, very cool. Submarine surveillance. 9 km range, okay. Bro, what a horrendously toxic experience. Does it have guns? I don't think so. After firing main shell? I don't think it has guns. No, it doesn't have a gun. I'm not sure why they added that stat. But like, I feel like this is so obnoxious. Because you can force DCPs with pings so easily. Like, pings force you to DCP so easily, because if you don't... I mean, once again, God forbid you're playing the older battleships that have port maneuverability. You're not playing the latest Libertad ship that can turn on a dime. You're playing one of the older battleships. This is going to force your DCP so easily, because you can't dodge the torps otherwise. They're too clunky. And then the second you've blown your DCP, in comes double Utrecht airstrikes. Like... How is this not the most horrendous playing experience in the world to fight this thing? Like, this is worse than fighting Tromp. Because Tromp has the airstrikes. This thing is going to have the pings, the torps, and the airstrikes. So it's just constant Ebola your way, no matter what you do. It's literally more toxic than Tromp, and Tromp is already a horrendous design. It's only horrendous under receiving it. Yeah, but that seems to be a theme right lately. Wargaming doesn't care about what it's like to play against this ship. They only consider what it's like to play the ship itself, but they never consider what it's like to play against it. And my first idea is playing against this thing is going to be horrendous. Also, the fact that it has 4 torps in the stern means that if you push in, this thing can just kite away from you. Launch the 4 stern torps with ping, 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 and airstrike at the same time. What a shit show. What a shit show, man. Holy shit. Model for Independencia. Okay. Uncommon, uncommon, rare, rare. Oi, oi, oi. Who the fuck wants airstrike subs? Jesus. Ish. Alright, what does he have for? Nothing special here, but he's gonna have... He's gonna get the airstrike cooldown pretty easily. He's gonna get ship a day for sure. Oh, with Utrecht getting 50 bombs isn't gonna be hard. So you're gonna get the extra squad. They're all gonna work just fine on the sub. Yikes. Yikes! Well, God bless.